Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, let's give me another one of your teams here, Clint.
Little worried about Denver.
Okay, yeah.
Just they Jokic has played awesome because he is great. Um, but the rest of the team around it, Murray, Porter, bench guys, aren't quite what they need to be, and they need Jokic to be like otherworldly to be in some of these games and win some of these games. Then that's just worrisome. Again, 82 games. If you need Jokic to play this good to be 9-7, um, doesn't bode well, for the rest of the year. Because I know he hasn't got hurt. You don't want injuries, but you know, having to play that many minutes, have the ball that much, everything's on your plate. Which I mean, I guess it always is, but they've needed him to just play at an absurd level to be 2 games over 500. And again, they were in the East, probably wouldn't have many worries, but in the West, you're an 8 seed, and the other teams look really good. They don't have to quite exert that much power just to be 2 games over.
Yeah, and like they yeah, no, I agree. Their bench is a concern. They need Aaron Gordon to come back. Obviously, he's still out, so I think that'll make a little bit of a difference. But even like, did you hear like Jamal Murray's comments about the players staying in LA or whatever? Like not taking the next game. I think they lost seriously, basically. Like that. Oh, they allowed the Knicks to score 145 points or something like that. So that's a little worrisome, like that you're calling out teammates because obviously those teammates know who you're talking about, like that you're doing it in front of the press. I don't know if it's a good leadership move or not, but I just don't. I don't know from Jamal Murray. But anyway, point being is, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned as well with them. What's your meter at for them though?
6.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like a 5. I'm not super concerned. I think once Gordon comes back, and I mean, you can say this with a lot of teams, but we'll see what they do with their roster moving forward. But I'm not super concerned because I think as long as Gordon comes back healthy and they have the best player, the second best player, the third best player in the league, wherever you want to rate him, uh, it's just hard to not be a contender with that guy on your roster.
I guess the concern would be 0 if they could just tank their matchup to play the Lakers.
That's it. That's true.
They just what do we got to do to play the Lakers, and then we're at least in the second round. But yeah, it's just between Gordon, but now you're putting extra on Murray, and he's not shooting it great, 17 points a game. Like, pretty sure you probably wanted more out of that when you gave him 200 something $1 million this offseason.
Yeah.
So it's a hard mix of, if they lose any more guys, then all right, we can't really do much more.
Yeah, no, I totally get that as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. That was 3. You got another team for me?
Yeah, I'll take the obvious, like Oklahoma City. They look like what we thought. They dropped a couple, but defense looks good. You still have some of that. You've seen some of it where teams play off of Caruso at the end of games, kind of dare him to shoot. Um, but I just think, and Hartenstein is back, like meshing this team together. They haven't really had any setbacks. There's 13-4. Some of the other teams have surprised, but even those like the Warriors have surprised, but they're still ahead of them. I think my confidence meter that they're going to be like a 1 seed is probably a 10. Like, I just, what you see from them is like almost exactly what we expected. It sounds kind of boring, but not often do you have confidence. Like we just kind of talked about Minnesota. We kind of had a lot of confidence, and suddenly you're like, oh, we had a lot of confidence in OKC, and they come out and they play how you thought. They're tough. Um, you're always going to drop a few games, but I think the early results for the Thunder are what we expected.
Yeah, and I wonder if Caruso will get going. Like, so the last 3 years, he's shot 33, 36, and 40% from three. Well, and he's down to 20 this year. So I gotta imagine they'll get better, right? Like, maybe not, but like he's not this bad of a 3-point shooter, like 48, 33, 40, 33, 36, 40. So I just don't see him staying at 20%. So he'll get better. I'm with you. I'm at a 10 still, and they're still winning despite Chet Holmgren being out for a little bit because he'll be out with that hip injury. So I think that's important. Getting important to note, and getting Harkenstein back is going to be a big deal, and they'll get everybody going, and then they'll get Holmgren back, and despite hopefully no big injuries happen, and we can see what this team can be moving forward.
Yep.
Okay.
Their depth allows you lose a guy. All right. Well, we got enough good guys.
Yeah, exactly. Your last team, right? Your last team?
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.